Hello, hello. This is Laura, and welcome to episode 5 of Booksmart Equestrian. I wish I was telling you about the end of this book, but I still haven't finished it yet. I've been kind of busy. That's not a right answer, but that's the answer I have. And so instead, I'm going to talk to you about myself, and I'm also going to talk to you about a little radio episode I heard today that made me kind of happy. I was listening to the Radio Horse Network, and I was listening to the eventing episode for this past week, and today is Sunday, February 11th, on the day that I'm filming this. And they were visiting a farm where the Karen and David O'Connor spend their winter down in Wellington, Florida. And Karen O'Connor was there with her jockey and her groom and her doctor, the vet, and just kind of showing off the place. They were talking to her about how she hopes that she'll be in her 5th Olympics this year in London. And just talking in general. And she was talking about how she's in her 50s now, and she feels that because of her experience and wisdom and strength and training, that she feels like she's at the top of her game with horses. But she was giving advice. She said that she knows perfectly well that it's not as easy to stay fit like it was when she was younger. And so she said for the older equestrians, and for anyone, but for the older equestrians like me, it's really important to do cross-training. So she, to run, to lift weights, to do something to strengthen your core and make your arms stronger and your chest stronger so that you can help support your horse if you need to. And so I thought that was really good. I'm going to try to do more yoga and more walking and more aerobic exercise. I hope to do a little bit more weightlifting. I've known that I needed to cross-train. And then the other thing she said is that another thing that's really important if you want to be a good horsewoman is to read. Whatever you can get your hands on, read the books, to watch videos and dissect the riding of some of the top riders, to listen to radio shows, do whatever you can. So that's my little, it's not really book smart, but at least it's from Karen O'Connor on how to maintain your intelligence and your learning and your strength as you become an aging equestrian, or even if just being an equestrian. So there's that. Now, the thing I'm really excited to report is this week has been kind of upsetting. It's been a really tough week. I've had lots of fun riding, even though the riding has been kind of wild and woolly. This week I rode 3 separate times where I got flying lead changes on Rennie twice and on Violet once, so that was great. But then I rode Violet twice, and one time she had to emergency jump a fence because she just threw herself in front of it to get away from the gate, so that was doofusy. And then the next time we rode, she ran into the standard and knocked it down, and we circled around, and she looked surprised it was on the ground. So I'm telling you, we're having wild and woolly riding. It's been kind of a wild week, and even Rennie yesterday was a little bit snorty and scared about all the snow and wind. So there's that, and then the other thing is that I've had to kind of deal with something I really prefer not to deal with in the horse world. So there's been a lot of mental taxing energy. And so I was just kind of tired of always being tired. And I felt as though I had all these stories to tell. So this week I decided that instead of feeling bad about everything, I would start writing. And I thought for sure that I would wean you out right away. But I'm really happy to say that it's been 4 days straight of spending a couple hours each day writing. Now, who knows? Please, I hope I keep it up. But, it's been great. I've blocked out what I hope will be a book, and I've got 14 chapters in it, and I'm about 2/3 of the way done with drafting chapter 1. And it's going to be a creative nonfiction effort. And so this book is the book I told myself I should be writing all along. It's the book about when I first moved up from New Orleans and adopted Haley, and about the accident with Haley, and about the adventure that Haley and I went on together. And it's about how Haley brought me Rennie, about going on pilgrimage, it's about finding Violet, it's about cold snakes and bad pennies, people who will try to hurt you, and about how the herd will help you, and about wonderful people will help you too. And so, anyway, that's what it's going to be about. And I'm hoping that by writing it, one, that I learn how to be more disciplined about writing in general. And I'm also really hoping and praying that by writing it, it'll give me some ideas about how to write fiction, how to start writing short stories or telling, little novellas about life with herds. I think that would be a lot of fun. When you have a personality like me, you either have to be perfect or you don't want to do it at all. So I know I'm not going to be a William Faulkner. I know I'm not going to be Tennessee Williams. I know I'm not going to be Annie Proulx or, gosh, Jane Smiley. But let's hope I can be Laura Sanchez. So if you're seeing this video and you got this far, send up a little warm, positive thought that I developed the discipline and the habit of writing. So anyway, that's it for Booksmart Equestrian. I hope you have a good week and I hope you enjoy your reading. You take care. Lots of love.